Good morning, everyone. It's Bethany with American Made Home Solutions, and I accepted the challenge. So, for those of you who are unaware, sometimes it takes someone else pushing you a little bit harder than you want to be pushed to get to where you need to go. And one of the things that, believe it or not, I am not a big fan of is getting out there on video, and doing so, I tend to shy away or stay off of social media and as such. You don't really take pictures, videos, that kind of such of myself. So someone challenged me to put myself out there a little bit more, because you never know what you have to offer the world until you put yourself out there. And whether the world accepts it or not doesn't change who you are. And so I accepted the challenge to move forward. And so for the next 30 days, I am here to maybe edutain you, might be the best word. So with that edutainment, I committed to every morning, or whatever time of day I chose, come to before you live. So you get to see me. Those of you that know me will get a good laugh. Those of you that don't know me will have the opportunity to get to know me a little bit better. Many people come in contact with us through business and relations, and with this COVID stuff going on, not as many people have had the chance to connect in the same way that we normally would at various meetups and meetings and such. So this is another opportunity for you guys to do that. So if you're watching this, by all means, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the heart button, all those things that send it out there to others and build that algorithm. But also those that don't know me, but maybe you have other team members and you're like, hey, check this person out, whatever, and you want to get the opportunity to get to know someone. If you have something in particular as far as topics that you would like to hear from me, I will happily put it in the suggestion box. I'll see if it's already on my list, and if it's not, I may add it to the list. If you have something that is just a burning desire, you just want to know, by all means, enter it in the comments. I'll be able to see them at the end. Well, let's see. Wait, I think the comments come through on live when it's happening, but if you know me, I'm not going to be able to focus on those and type and do all of that at the same time. That's just too many motor skills. So I would see the comments though, and I will be able to comment on them afterwards. So if you have some burning desire, something you want to know, then by all means put that in the comment box. Today, what I wanted to focus to you guys about was the teacher in me loves giving back and watching other people go and grow with something that they didn't know that they could do in particular. So for instance, finances is an area that many people honestly don't feel capable of handling. So many times when it comes to our retirement, people look at, well, I have to have a job because this one offers retirement. But what they don't realize is they may not be offering anything at all other than a plan for a retirement. And if that, with that plan, there may be no contributions, there may be some contributions, but it could be that plan is designated, and with that designation, it allows you to put in contributions. Well, everybody can put in contributions to a retirement plan, whether you're with that company or not. Most people don't understand that. Some companies do great things like give contributions or matching contributions. So by all means, that is free money that you want to be participating in and taking for utilizing. That's for sure. That's definitely a bonus. That's definitely incentivizing you to set aside money for retirement. All of your retirement earnings come out, unless it's into a Roth, come out pre-tax. So what that does is it lowers the tax bracket that you're in. The cool part about that is if, for example, you make $100,000, but you put $20,000 into a retirement account, well, essentially, now you only are getting taxed at the $80,000 tax bracket. So the good news about that is, yes, it's going to save you money on your taxes, but it's also going to get you to start thinking about your retirement. all of us want to retire. Very few of us know how to retire, what that will look like, how will I provide income, things like that. A lot of my generation and above, we're counting on Social Security for that retirement. And as we've seen and heard from the government for quite a while, Social Security will not be there. So at this point now, everybody is feeling very devastated, kind of betrayed. What do we do now? How do we make that happen? What do we change? Because obviously we need to take back control of our future. So many people that were counting on Social Security, I don't mean this in an offensive way, but kind of bought into the plan that the government will take care of us. And we were trusting of a government that meant what they said and assured us that the money was going to be there. They couldn't predict what future generations thereafter, how they would get their hands in the pot and use those funds, and how it would go to other people, not citizens, all this kinds of stuff. So they couldn't predict any of that. Their intentions may have been well and good, but at the end, certain parts of it were out of their control when they're no longer in office and somebody else is. So when we talk about your 401k, which is typically your retirement plan from the employer that you're working with, or an IRA, which is an individual retirement account that some companies will have set up, or you can go get one at any local banks and different places offer them and such. But a lot of times those are invested into mutual funds, which is basically the stock market. Investor, a broker, will then take all the funds from that organization, they pool them, and then they go invest them into different stocks, bonds, and such. And in doing so, what happens is, if they go good, right, you get paid dividends. If you don't, then you lose money. At the end of the day, those brokers and those firms all still get paid. They always get their paycheck, regardless of whether or not you made money. See, their fee comes out of the top. And then from there, that's the amount that gets invested and such. And so the challenge there is, although they're guaranteeing that they get paid, they're not guaranteeing that you get paid. And although investments, there's always a risk, so it's not necessarily a guaranteed, but there is ways of mitigating risks. So although they do a great job of using their algorithms and this and that to predict which stocks are going to go up and which stocks are going to go down, at the end of the day, it's somebody else making the decision for your retirement. It's not you. So what we want to do is we want to educate people on how to take back control of that. Take back control of those retirement funds and educate yourself. So if you have a 401k or an individual retirement account, this year with the CARES Act, the amazing thing that got passed with the CARES Act was now this year you have the opportunity to take $100,000 out as a loan against your account with up to 5 years to repay it, or to take it as a distribution with no penalty because of COVID. Now the great part about that is, by all means, I am not saying go blow your retirement. Don't do that. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is what you could do right now is take those funds out. So in this case, you have the potential for $200,000 out of your retirement account that you could take out, and you could utilize those funds in a way by investing into real estate. Now, the great part about this is you can still save and get all those tax benefits by doing, when you pull those funds out, putting them in something like an EQRP. An EQRP is an amazing tool that utilizes all the same benefits, but is self-directed. You can also have a self-directed IRA. So if it's an IRA, you can have a self-directed IRA, have a trustee and all that set up so that it is still you directing it. It's not some broker that's just putting it in whatever stocks and bonds they want to. It's you saying, I want to buy this real estate and I want to use these funds. And then all the monies that come back in just rebuild that retirement account for you. But it puts your money into something that you want to do. It gives you the freedom and the choice to make that back. So what happens is you have control again, and your investments are invested in a hard-backed asset. Now the benefit there is, at the end of the day, everybody needs a place to live, right? So although you do see vacant houses and such, for the most part, most of the time, there's already somebody who wants a place to live. And there's always something that could be traded or bartered or whatever, whether it's our dollar now or Digicoin down the road. There'll be some value to it that you could be trading. With a stock or bond, it's not quite the same, especially with bonds, right? Where they're government backed. If a government bankrupts or things of that nature, you've lost. So in this case, we're trying to help create a win-win. To do this, we wanted to give you some information about investing your retirement accounts and 401ks into real estate. It is possible. Everybody out there can do it. It's not just for the elite. The reason we know is because we've done it as well. We've taken and set up an EQRP. You can roll over funds directly from one account. So if you're trading companies, or now with COVID, if you've just lost your job, you can actually roll over into another account that you 100% can control. There's all kinds of tools and available resources that is available to you, just like it was to us. And we want you to give you that information so that you can then make better choices for you and your family and take back control. When you do, not only will you feel more confident about your situation, but it will enable you to make better decisions that can provide that legacy and that retirement that we're all hoping for. It's beautiful. It's summertime. We all want to be out and enjoy it. But instead, a lot of us are now going back to work. COVID is tapering off and a lot of people are going back to work. And some people never got any break at all. Other people have just worked consistently this entire time. Retirement is supposed to be that break. But to do that, you have to plan accordingly. So if you'd like more information, feel free to check out our YouTube channel at American Made Home Solutions, or go onto our website at AmericanMadeHomeSolutions.com. When you do, you'll see lots of other videos on different real estate investing topics and such. Or if you have further questions, feel free to give us a call. Until then, in this case, tomorrow, we will see you then. Have a great day. Enjoy your summer. Let's look forward to your retirement, and let's make some great choices for your family that you guys can truly retire and have a great time doing so. Bye for now.